Moving forward, we'll start by giving a couple of definitions. Two that are relevant here. First is PV. PV stands for either personal volume or it could stand for point value. These numbers in many ways are interchangeable, or these titles are interchangeable. PV can be accumulated two ways in many compensation plans, and this is the way it is in Yoli. Either my own personal volume, meaning I'm purchasing it myself. Okay, so if I'm purchasing an order for $120 a month, a 48 pack of blast cap, something like that, then that would dictate my PV. Or if I have customers buying that much, that will dictate my PV also. So in theory, someone could actually purchase nothing whatsoever themselves, no money out of pocket, but have several customers or a few customers, and that would generate PV, okay, which would qualify me to earn commissions in the compensation program. GV just basically stands for group volume. That is me and everyone that I have within my organizational structure that I've talked to and brought onto the team, and then they've talked to and brought onto the team, and so on. All that accumulated adds up to GV, or group volume. Okay. So the first bonus I'm going to talk about is break-even bonus. The reason I'm talking about it first is because at this point this is completely unique to Yoli. No one else, these guys invented it. In all likelihood will be copied in the future because it is ingenious, and here's how it works. Okay, there's an auto ship level for just about everybody. People can be a part of Yoli just as customers. They can buy a $29.99 order. They can buy a $59.98 order. And you can see the different orders there. Okay, now the PV, or point volume, personal volume, that goes into the compensation plan on a preferred customer, you can see over to the right, it's 25. Well, that leaves a difference of $4.99. That's called I'll call that the spread. Okay, in most companies, that have a spread like that, that is called breakage to the company. And the company will just keep that money. They might use it for good things for distributors. They might help fund incentive trips or whatever else with that. But it's misleading sometimes when a company says, well, we pay 45% overall commission, but the reality is if they're only paying commission on 25 out of $29 that they brought in their revenue, then they're not really paying 45% commission, are they? They're paying 45% of a smaller percentage of the actual revenue that came into the company. So it's very common, but it is a little bit misleading when you talk compensation plans and dollars paid out to the field. Well, in Yoli's compensation program, this break-even bonus takes that spread that normally is breakage to the company, and they turn it into breakage to the distributor. Okay, it always stays in the compensation plan, but it's just not part of the PV. So if I talk to my neighbor Tom, and Tom says, yeah, I'd like to buy some Yoli, and I think I know some people that I might be able to talk about it to, and maybe they'll buy it. So he comes in, let's say he just comes in as a basic pack distributor, and so he's buying $59.98 a month. Well, every month that he gets an auto ship, this is triggered by auto ship, every month that he gets an auto ship order, as long as I've got PV, at least 50. I have to have 50 PV to be qualified for commissions. Then I get $9.98 every month. Not just once, not just on that first order, but every single month. And keep in mind, that is on top of any of the other commissions that I'm going to talk about here in a minute. So it's completely above and beyond what any other company pays out to distributors. The reason they call it break-even bonus is because it only pays out to the point where I break even on my auto ship. Okay? Give an example. Down at the bottom here, if I personally sponsor one builder and one pro, okay, meaning I got one person that I brought into the company and they're spending $119.96, and I've got another one and they're spending $239.92. Well, I'm going to receive break-even bonus on both of those two people every month that they have an auto ship. $19.96 on the first one, $39.92 on the second one, $59.88 I'm going to earn every month just from those two people, plus the normal commissions that are going to be paid out in the team commissions. Okay, so this is over and above, but My break-even bonus can never be more than what I am spending personally on my own auto ship. Okay, so if I'm only spending $59.98, that's the most I can make. Okay, so this encourages people, actually, if they start off on a lower level, it encourages people to raise their auto ships over time as they have more people sponsored into their team, which I love, because many companies, people are lowering their auto ship, and in this particular case, this causes people to want to increase it, else they leave some money on the table. Hopefully this makes sense, because it is a super ingenious program, and it is something that I think will be copied, as I mentioned, quite a bit. But kudos to the founders of Yoli for inventing this compensation structure. Stick around and we'll talk about Fast Start Bonus next.